So standard form is when x and y are on the same side. And what do we look for when we have it in standard form? The intercepts, your x-intercept and your y-intercept, correct? Look at you guys go. Take a point. For slowly but surely muttering it at me. Okay, and how do we find our x-intercept? We let y equal 0. Good, take a point. And how do we find our y-intercept? X is 0. Good. Both of you take a point. So if I gave you an equation, and after I finish coloring, I'm going to write it on the back. If I give you an equation of negative x minus 4y equals 15, this is in standard form, correct?
Yes.
Alright, since x and y are both on the same side, I'm going to find my intercepts. I'm going to start by finding my x-intercept, and I'm going to let y equal 0. Okay, so I have negative x minus 4 times 0 equals 15. Are you better now? What's 4 times 0?
0.
So you have negative x equals 15. And then what do I do from there? Divide by negative 1. Why do we divide by negative 1? Because x is negative. You can't have a negative x. So you divide by negative 1. And what is our x-intercept? Negative 15. And if we write it as a coordinate, it's negative 15, 0. Is this coming back to anybody? I know we've been apart for 24 whole hours.
No, because I don't have my glasses.
What you want me to do about that?
Can I go up?
Are you going to sit on the floor? Or are you just going to sit at that front desk?
I just wanted to look at it for a second.
Okay, yes. Whatever makes your soul happy. Go where? It's not a library. It's not a berry that lies. Library. Yes, if you can find a pass, go. Now, let's find our y-intercept. So on our y-intercept, what does x equal?
0.
Good. What did you say, Sean?
I said you're the ultimate Nazi.
Can we not use the word Nazi?
Nope.
Okay. I'm not going to kill you or anything if you... Anyway, I digress. Let's just keep going. Okay, so we're going to let x equal 0. And remember, plug it back into your original equation. So we have negative 0 minus 4y equals 15. Now, what do we do with that 0? It goes away. And we have negative 4y equals 15. Then what do we do from here? And what is 15 divided by negative 4? Negative 3 and what, baby? 3/4. So negative 3.75 or negative 3 3/4 if you're fancy. And so what's our coordinate? Questions, comments, gripes, complaints. How do we feel? Can we move on to slope for today? Nathan, you good? Okay, awesome. So what we're going to do is you have a circle in the top drawer of your tower. I need you to get it and cut it out. Today we're going to be learning about slope, and I'm super excited because I love slope. Cut your circle out. This is what we're gluing down, so you're going to need to fold the opposite way, okay? You need me, babe? How many are there? Can you set 3 equal to each other?
I got
Have we ever done that? No, because they're not angles, are they? They're sides. So you just take two of them and set them equal to each other, and it doesn't matter which two. All right.
Equilateral because
Right. Well,
These two are right, and what 4 plus 4 is. So it's, you have A, B, C, that would be collateral because they're all 8. That's what I mean.
okay, so I think I'm going to start by having my table on top. And when you glue it down, glue it so it looks like the Deathly Hallows. Okay? Does everybody understand which way I mean?
Is that why you did it?
No. It just turned out that way, yeah. It's just a happy coincidence and makes our life better. So glue it down so that it looks like the Deathly Hallows. Now this is going to be page 32. 32A. And then if we have time, we're going to figure out our name with slope, and it's going to be awesome, and we're going to have a good time. Our learning target for today says, I can find the slope. Are y'all ready to write your learning target, or can I just write it and then you're ready when you're ready? Okay. I'll just write it, and you get ready to write it when you're ready. I won't say it out loud. Did you think it was a real plant? Okay, just making sure. Pardon? Yes, take the G. Marbley, if you need more paper, baby, I think there's some in the 4th drawer. If you need more paper, I think there's some in the 4th drawer, so that you don't have to write on the back of that. Okay, Pumpkin. Whatever makes you happy. Okay, let's not whine as we ask me. Okay.
I did this right here, but I didn't cut it out.
Okay.
So, do I cut it out and place it on here, or cut these out and place it on here?
This says, cut out each square and solve for x. Glue the square to the corresponding answer. So do we cut out dotted lines or solid lines?
I mean, these got dotted lines too.
Do we cut out dotted lines or solid lines? We cut out dotted lines.
What's this?
That's coffee.
I like hot cocoa. I can't drink coffee.
You sound like you're 5. You got something. Are we ready? Yes? Okay, let's do this. Alright, so today we're going to be able to find the slope from a graph, a table, and a 2 point. That's what we're going to be able to do by the end. Then you're going to work on problems that you're going to hopefully we'll get to it. And each work on a set of problems, and you should each get the same answer, and you'll be able to come here. But you'll be doing different things.
Oh, hey, I did
Yes. Yes. Now, we're going to start on the table side. Everybody turn theirs to the table side, please. Now, does anybody know what slope is just from past math classes? Grant.
It's I guess you would say it's the rise and run of the graph.
The rise and run of a graph. Good. Take a point. What's another way to think of it? The rate of change. Good. Take a point. It's also the change in y divided by the change in x. So the way we write change is we write it with a triangle. So it's delta y divided by delta x. And delta means change. So what this says is that it's the change in y divided by the change in x. Now, what does the word change mean? What mathematical operation is change? If you get change from the store, what did they do? They subtracted. Yeah, they subtracted from the money you gave. You gave them. So we're going to be subtracting or finding our change. Now, how much does it change on our table right here between 0 and 10? 10. Positive 10 or negative 10? Positive. All right, what about 10 to 20? What about 20 to 30? Good, take a point. Does everybody see what I did? Are we sure? All right, now how much does it change between 0 and 2? How much does it change between 2 and 4? And 4 and 6? Now, if these are all the same, this is called a linear function, and you can find the slope, and it's lovely. So let's write that it's linear. And your slope, which we denote with an m, is 10 divided by 2. What is 10 divided by 2? 5. Dun, dun, dun. That's all you do. Does anybody have any questions? Are we sure? Okay, open this flappy. We're going to write an example on the inside right here. Please write x, then y, Alright, so again, we're looking for our slope. We're looking for the change in y divided by the change in x. So, what is our change from 4 to 12?
8.
And 12 to 20?
8.
And 20 to 28? Awesome. Does everybody see how we got that? Alright, what about 3 and 0? Negative 3. 0 and negative 3. Negative 3 and negative 6. Now, is this linear? Yes, because they're all the same. So this is linear. And it's the change in y divided by the change in x. So what's the change in y? And what's the change in x? And boom, you're done. Leave it as a fraction. Always leave slope as a fraction. Always leave slope as a fraction. Unless you can actually divide. No decimals. Are you ready? No? Okay. I'll just chill. This is a positive 2x, right? So would you add or subtract it to move it over here?
Subtract.
So what's 5 minus 2?
6, 3.
4, 6, 3. Are we ready now? Does anybody have any questions on the table? Can we move on to finding it from a graph? Are we sure? All right, let's do this. Let's go to the graph, Flappy. Now, that's me. It's my hip. Sorry. Okay, better now. Okay, so what you do here is always start at a point where it actually crosses a grid. So I'm going to start down here at -4, -6, because it crosses that grid point. Now, where does it cross the next grid point? Can anybody find it? Grant. -2, -3. Do we agree or disagree? Okay, where does it cross the next grid point? 0, 0. And the next one? 2, 3. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to make a stair. We're going to rise and then we're going to run. It's not rise over run. We don't say over. We're not cows. We don't jump over a moon. Over is not a mathematical operation. It's nothing. Does everyone understand? It's rise then run. Because you have to rise out of your seat before you can run to the door, right? So rise then run. Alright, so how many do we rise up to go from this point to here? 3. And then how many do we run? 2. Okay, let's see if it's consistent. Let's rise. How many do we go up?
3.
And then how many do we run? Let's do it again. How many do we rise?
3.
And how many do we run? Alright, so what's our slope? It's not over anything. 3 halves. Yes, no, maybe so.
Yes.
Do we need to do another one, or can we handle this? Because I don't really have another graph on the inside to draw for you. Okay, can we do an equation? Okay, let's do the equation, Flappy. So does anybody remember the slope equation?
Oh, it's like y and mx plus b.
That's slope-intercept form.
Oh, wait.
Slope is m, right? So it's m equals something.
X.
Does anybody remember this? Or okay, all right, great. Okay, all right. So you use the equation when you're given 2 points. So use when given 2 points. If you're given a graph, use the staircase. If you're given a table, do the change in y divided by the change in x. But if I give you 2 points, if I give you, say, let's do 6, 10, and -4, 3. Can anybody think of the first thing that we would do? Jayla? Yes, good. Take a point. You would go ahead and label these. So since this is your first coordinate, this is going to be x1, y1. And this is your second coordinate, so this is x2, y2. If we have 3 coordinates, what would the third coordinate be? x3, y3. Yeah, you just keep going. So since this is your first one, it's x1, y1. Since this is your second one, it's x2, y2. Yes, no, maybe so. Are we sure? Okay, then we're just going to plug all of this in. So y2 is what? 3. And what's y1? 10 divided by x2 minus alright, what's 3 minus 10? And what's -4 minus 6? And a negative divided by a negative is a positive. So our slope is positive 7/10. Now, do I turn it into a fraction? I mean a decimal? No. Leave it as a fraction. Ready to do one more? Okay. Open it up. Alright, so the coordinates I'm going to give you are... Are y'all dying? Why are we dying?
I'm having memories.
We're fine. I'm already sore.
Y'all are a bunch of babies. Okay, -2, 7, and 6, -5. Can you persevere in the face of danger, children?
Nope.
Well, then I guess your grade is going to suffer. Alright, so what is our slope formula? Divided by... Yes. For the love of God, say divided by and not over, children. We can do this. Alright, what do we do first, Michael? Okay, can you tell me how to label? And then take 2 points because you answered 2 questions. Landon, can you tell me how I'm going to plug it into my equation? Say it with confidence.
You guys are going to divide it by 6, 2, or negative.
Thank you. Take a point. Yes, and that'll be a plus. Alright, what is -5 minus 7? And what is 6 plus 2? And what does this reduce to?
Yes. 3/2.
I mean, divided by 2.
-3/2, -3 divided by 2. Good, both of you take a point. Does everybody see how we did that? Does anybody have any questions? Okay, open it completely. Let's see the Deathly Hallows. Alright, so let's talk about what each of these represent. Now, this triangle represents different kinds of slopes. This line right here, which I'm going to highlight in this peachy orangey color. Now, always start from the left of the line. If you start from the left side and you're a little person and you're going up this mountain, are you hiking up or are you falling down? Hiking up. So this is a positive slope. Don't die. Does everybody see how I got that it's a positive slope? You see my little friend down here? He's going to have to hike up. Alright, now on the right hand side that I'm going to do in this green color. Now, we always put our little friend on the left. Now, is he going to hike up that hill or is he going to fall down it and die? Fall down it and die. So this is a negative slope. How about we not say die? He falls down into a lake of chocolate and lives happily ever after.
Wow, that got morbid. We're the only people that can manage to turn liquid chocolate into a deathly situation. What is this?
Can't we just be happy that we're in chocolate? Can't we all just be happy? Alright, now, homeboy is down here. Or homegirl. We don't discriminate. They are paid equal pay in this land. For once. Alright, so we'll make it a she. She's got a ponytail. She is chilling on this flat land, right? She doesn't go up or down any. She's just skipping along because she's happy. This is a zero slope. And this one in the middle, this person is a freak, okay?
Oh.
This person is one of those rock climbing people that like has a, okay, they look like they're being hung. This is like strapped to their waist, okay? How about that? Is that better? And they're climbing up that mountain, and that's almost impossible unless you're just one of those really weird people that likes to do that. So this is an undefined slope. Does anybody have any questions? All right, so vertical lines are undefined slope. Horizontal lines are zero slopes. If you're hiking up the hill, it's positive. If you're falling down the hill into chocolate, it's negative. Are you guys ready for our activity? You should be able to do it fairly quickly.
Yay.
Directions. I'm going to help you. It says you will do all the problems in one column while your partner, guys, I'm talking. While your partner works the problems in the other column. Problems numbered the same have the same answers. You must show all your work to receive full credit. So you're going to work it out on a separate piece of paper, then put your answer here. Does everybody understand? Yes. Ready, set, go.